Hi there, my name is Tetyana Pavlenko, a teacher of English. We continue our video session on shaping your teaching. We will plunge into the analysis of the best sides of teaching English as a foreign language. So, keep up, let's do it together. Currently, the Internet, technological resources, virtual and social networks offer the opportunity to teachers around the world to meaningful and authentic teaching English use. It definitely helps in the activities that take place in the classroom. Nowadays, teachers can find a variety of websites that help in the learning of English at all levels. That is, they are continuous and free-rich support for all educators. Its diversity of scope facilitates the use of exercises by teachers, and that is, keeping this tool in different activities that take place inside and outside the classroom. As reinforcement to learning in the classroom, teachers can search for topics or activities of the English language, and let's explore some websites for teaching English. Being at school as a student, I was taught English through grammar translation method only. Some other deviations were not practiced. The excellent students could read and translate a large text without any difficulties. When he came across a new word, the translation was written into the thick paper vocabulary, and the next time this word could be found in the student's helper. I don't object to this method. Then we slowly yet steadily were going to the communicative language teaching, and it seemed to be a far more advanced method at that time. The teaching focus was on developing interaction radically. It goes quite appropriate with some aspects of teaching a foreign language skill through communication. Problem-based learning or project-based learning included enhancement of creative skills, and the set of various teaching methods may differ in details, yet as for the approach to learning English, it's evident. Whichever argument we use for talking about ways of teaching, the online thing is clear. The final outcome of the educational process should match the excellent abilities of the students. I am a teacher of the Generation Alpha students. People born between 2010 and 2025 are Generation Alpha, and they will be the most educated generation in history. Although most of them are still in infancy, by the time Generation Alpha comes of age, they will be the most educated generation of all time thanks to the technology and instantaneous information available to them. They will grow up learning more and deeper about their world than all of their predecessors. They are tech-savvy, and their grandparents may have been the first to be born into a digital world, but Gen Alpha will be the first to have a seamless integration of technology into every aspect of their life. In fact, Alpha Gen and technology are so intertwined that it is estimated by the time they are 8 years old, they will surpass their parents in technology skills. They will never know a world without the Internet of Things, smart technology, and virtual reality. Thus, we should find out all possible correlations with students' interests to engage them actively into learning English. The complexity to learn English tends on requiring the need to resort to websites as technological tools to improve the skills of this foreign language. And not many teachers argue that websites and virtual classrooms and interactive platforms that provide interaction with other students, motivating them to practice and learn the English language. These collaborative tools are undoubtedly websites that strengthen the developing of English language skills, so it's essential that teachers use these benefits as teaching strategies that reinforce and motivate this process. As a result, students acquire knowledge of the language in a much more dynamic and interesting way, making the difference of traditional learning, which leads to a more open relationship between the student and the teacher. 2 previous years were a great challenge for all teachers. Language teachers have been set the formidable task of teaching all of the 4 skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing in socially distanced classrooms, or in many cases completely online. For years, perhaps decades, the adoption of computer and online resources in a language learning classroom has steadily progressed. Even before last year, there were few language teachers who could claim to be fully independent of digital resources. However, after the ravages of the COVID-19 pandemic, that number must surely be approaching 0. We strongly believe there is a light at the end of the pandemic and war tunnel, yet we should be also ready to implement new teaching sites into the educational process. Teachers should always explore the new platforms and services which are certain to provide many effective and engaging language learning experience, whether our classes are online, face-to-face, blended, or hybrid. As it has already been mentioned that teachers of English combined all formats of learning in the previous years. They used a large variety of websites for teaching English effectively, and we made a survey of usage of the most common sites to know the students' preferences in their learning. The 8 formers were invited to choose the site they considered to be the most preferable by them. 9 sites were included into the list under analysis, and the result is the following. The leader is quizzes.com, second quizlet.com, the third kahoot.com, worldwell, and liveworksheet.com. Of course, the data may vary, but the mentioned sites may nearly be the leaders in all the surveys under discussion. The curious part of the result is the following. 2 sites are used for the assessment and 2 mostly for practicing and drilling activities. Here is a more detailed analysis. 1 quizzes, 2 Quizlet, 3 Kahoot, Wordwell, and Live Worksheet. The sites are for students of all levels. 3 of them can import the result to LMS, Learning Management System, Google Classroom. The other sites included into the list of voting, which were defined as a runners-up by the students. They caught 5% each. N.is Collective, Padlet, Flip.info, previously Flipgrid, and Edpuzzle. And now it's time to start talking about LMS, Learning Management System, in teaching English. An LMS is a software application or web-based technology used to plan, implement, and assess a specific learning process. It is used for e-learning practices and, in its most common form, consists of 2 elements: a server that performs the base functionality and a user interface that is operated by instructors, students, and administrators. Typically, a learning management system provides an instructor with a way to create and deliver content, monitor student participation, and assess student performance. A learning management system may also provide students with the ability to use interactive features such as threaded discussions, video conferencing, and discussion forums. Most popular LMS from my personal experience are in the following list: Google Classroom, Wakelet, and Linoid. Google Classroom is your all-in-one place for teaching and learning. Our easy-to-use and secure tool helps educators manage, measure, and enrich learning experiences. Wakelet is a digital curation platform that lets teachers and students organize a mix of content for easy access. And this, of course, means a broad platform that can be used in many ways, making in creative way to be engaging with students. And by the way, it's my favorite LMS used for teaching teens in a combination with Google Classroom. Linoid. A Linoid board is a visual free bulletin board which can be populated with online stickers. And these stickers can have resources such as videos, web links, and images added, as well as the text. You can organize the board in any way that you want. Some educators argue whether we can refer Linoid to LMS, yet anyway, in one place you can organize your classroom with the easy-to-use LMS, have online discussions with your students, collect and grade work from students. While choosing LMS for e-learning, the teacher should take into account the student's level of their digital literacy, plus the teacher's opportunity to develop soft skills of the learners. I often use Wakelet because it allows me to gather, organize, and share multimedia resources, text, images, videos, podcasts with students. I love that it is free, works on all devices, and takes only minutes to demonstrate and bring users on board, riding the wave. Besides, here you can closely collaborate with your international colleagues, which surely improves your professional skills. Tools for creating presentations. The following are some of the best presentation tools which can be used in close collaboration with your students. They are graphic design platforms offering a variety of professionally designed templates for their presentations. Students can select presentation outlines based on their brand's message. They can add visual elements by either using one or many stock images or uploading their own photos. The students can invite others to edit presentations with them. The tools also include features such as a team folder and built-in comment to allow teams to work together on projects. Feedback tools. You can engage with students using live polls, word clouds, quizzes, multiple choice questions, and more. Track learning and understanding by asking questions and downloading results. Communicate and interact with your students by means of these tools. Use it for real-time audience participation, online brainstorming, and classroom feedback. The mentioned tools will help you focus further on developing language skills. Language arts tools. We use the arts tools for developing students' creative skills. The following tools help students create, narrate, and publish their own products for demonstration. Storyboard and Story Jumper use illustrations to inspire students to write stories, and our standards-based writing curriculum engage students with age-appropriate video tutorials, writing challenges, quizzes, and more. Plotagon and Quiver Vision Plotagon are educational tools that allow students to create instant animated videos. Students can create their own characters, choose scenes, write dialogues, and add emotions, sound effects, and actions. This is a typical example of the teamwork. Entertaining learning with fun. You can help students enjoy learning language, playing with the music videos, and filling in the lyrics of your favorite songs. English Teachers Community share activities and video lessons for distance learning, home learning, and printables for physical classrooms. You can find activities for pronunciation by copying the models from native English films and cartoons. Your students will be engaged into English learning through entertainment. So teach English to your students with fun. We have just had a quick overview of some websites for teaching English. It's an integral part of digital learning, but why do we need it? Digital learning doesn't only help students to identify their strengths and weaknesses. It enables teachers to follow learners' progress too. They will have an easily accessible online record of all students' work, and they will be able to monitor learners' engagement as well. Digital tools help teachers make their rapport with their students closer and beneficial. The effective use of digital learning tools in classrooms can increase students' engagement, help teachers improve their lesson plans, and facilitate personalized learning. It also helps students build essential 21st century skills. Pedagogy is a driver, technology is the accelerator, and passion is the gas. It's time to get acquainted with one more format of designing lessons by means of combining website chosen by the teacher. It can be created for the lesson on the whole unit. It's Hyperdocs. What's the use of it? They provide access for students to all content and learning in one organized digital space. The teacher creates an interactive Google Doc and provides access to students, and within a single digital document, students are provided with hyperlinks to all of the resources they need to complete that learning cycle. Let's probe deeper into the structure of the digital Hyperdocs. Usually, it goes through 5 stages. 1. The teacher defines objectives. 2. Thinks about the cycle of learning. 3. Search packaging. 4. Workflow. Push out the content. Downloads a template for the Hyperdocs. And 5. Design. Thinks about how to make this content engaging. The more detailed instruction on creating Hyperdoc will be provided on the module page. Let's have a look at the example of Hyperdocs kindly permitted to be presented by Holly Clark, an educational leader, international speaker, and expert on creating Hyperdocs, the USA. Are you ready to design your own Hyperdocs? Of course, it will take you some time to become an excellent creator at first. It's a time-consuming activity at the beginning, but you will see the evidence of its successful effect as soon as you start implementing. So, start doing Hyperdocs.